Hey, team. It is Ashton Meyer here coming at you with some motivation, talking about keeping motivated and keeping momentum and everything. And I did like a 17-minute video on my regular Facebook page that I was going to just share over. But I actually really want to hit a couple, and you're more than welcome to listen to that because I had a few people asking me, Ashton, how do you keep going when you're not seeing results and stuff? And so I'm like, my team wanted me to kind of talk about this too. So anyways, I'm looking at my time. It's 8:52. Okay. I'm going to try to make this 5 minutes or less because that's my biggest thing is I want you guys to be intentional with your time. I'm going to talk fast. If you need to pause the video and write stuff down, that's completely fine. If you want to watch the 17-minute video that I did on my regular Facebook page, you're more than welcome to as well too. Got something in my hair. It's very distracting to me. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Okay. Anyways, okay, quickly. There's a few points that I want to hit here, and this is what I talked about. If you haven't seen Facing the Giants, watch the death crawl. I'm not going to go too much into it and whatever. Number one, you guys have to understand that this takes time. This business is going to take time, just like your results with your health and fitness. It takes time, you guys. You have to realize that it's going to take time. But imagine if I told you guys, hey, in 10 years from now, if you show up every single day to this business, what's up, SP? If you show up every single day to this business, in 10 years, you're going to be making $1 million a year. If I told you that, you guys would show up every single day. It didn't matter how long you're going to be here, right? You would show up every day for 10 years because you automatically knew that you were going to be making this amount of money per year or whatever. Maybe it's just 6 figures. Maybe I'm telling you, hey, if you show up every single day for 5 years, you're going to make 6 figures. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but what I'm saying is if I told you guys that, you guys would show up on a consistent basis every single day, showing up for you, doing your workouts, right? Okay, so you got to show up every day. Make sure that you're doing you're working out, you're drinking your Shakeology, you're doing your nutrition, you're showing up for your team, you're showing up for your challengers, you're showing up for the people on Facebook that are watching you, waiting to join you and everything, because you're going to be consistent on this. Because when we talk about keeping momentum and everything, you guys can pull up physics, you guys can pull up so much stuff. I'm not going to talk to you about it. Go look it up on Google, you guys. When you see momentum, I don't remember how it's said, but a train, right? A train moving in motion can knock down any wall, like tear down so much stuff, like we don't even want to know what it can do, right? If it's going and it's on fire, pushing through, it's going to knock down walls, it's going to break down walls, it's going to crush anything and everything in its path. But if the train is not moving and you put a brick in front of it, it can't go anywhere. If you put a brick on it, right? If you put a brick in front of a train, and whether it was on a downhill or whatever, it's not going to go anywhere. And now that we're talking about trains, so imagine this, you guys. Would you guys really get on a train that's not going anywhere? It sounds really stupid, right? But would you seriously hop on a train if it wasn't going to go anywhere? No. And people aren't going to hop on your train if you keep stopping and don't get your butt up and do it and go and move. And do you guys kind of get what I'm saying, right? Like, I'm not going to get on a train if it's not moving. I want to see it moving. And people are going to hop on with you if they're constantly seeing that you're posting about your journey. You're sharing how your life is changing with health and fitness, how your life is changing through this business, how other people's lives are changing, and why you want them to hop on your train. But they're not going to hop on it if it's not moving, okay? So number one, show up every single day. You need to be consistent. I'm going to tell you that right now. You need to be consistent. You need to keep up your momentum, or nobody's going to hop on your train if it ain't going nowhere. So number two, you guys also have to remember your why. You need to envision it. It sounds so ridiculous when people, because I remember when Lindsay used to tell me all the time, you need to envision this every single day. And I'm like, Well, I do, but I wasn't visioning it, right? Like I knew what I wanted and why I wanted it, but I didn't sit down and think of this every single morning, like waking up at the time that I want to wake up, rocking my workout out, taking taking care of my kids and stuff in our house that we have that has a bedroom for each of the kiddos, where we don't have to say no to this or that because of money, but I say no because like that's just something that we don't want to do in our life. Just the whole vision of waking up, looking in the mirror, knowing that, hey, I've got people that wanting my help, just financial freedom, there's a peace. You seriously have to envision this. So you need to remember your why, but you also need to envision the long run between this all, right? Like you can't just be like when things are getting tough and you're just like, oh, well, I'm not seeing results. Well, yeah, but are you showing up every single day? Are you doing this whole start, stop? And yeah, you're getting frustrated. You're going to get frustrated. I've done that before. I was frustrated. And then you're not seeing results. Well, yeah, it's frustrating. It's highly frustrating, and nobody wants to do that. So you might as well tell yourself, hey, you know what? I'm going to show up every single day. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to do the best that I can. And you know what? Here we go. But you have to share it, you guys. You have to share it. And then ask yourself, are you going to sacrifice? Ask yourself this question. Whenever you're getting ready to do something, let's say you planned on doing a power hour, right? You're like, yes, I'm going to do a power hour. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, I'd really like to just sit down and watch Netflix right now. Okay, so are you sacrificing what you want most, what you see for your family, what your family deserves, you guys, what you deserve? Are you sacrificing and sitting there and honoring and blessing those movie stars and letting your family and the things that you want and deserve just go? Like, I'm sorry, but that's just ridiculous. Like, they work hard. Great. Actors do. Awesome. Fantastic. You guys work hard. Awesome. Great. Do that. But you know what? Why would I sit there and glorify their life and glorify this series of this and that, which is just, what is it doing? It's not doing anything for me. It's not doing anything. So you know what? Bye-bye cable, bye-bye Netflix. I don't have cable or Netflix. Why? Because I don't need it in my life. I see something bigger and better and more purposeful, and that's what I want to do. So I'm just telling you, ask yourself, okay, is what I'm going to do now going to be beneficial for me for what I see in my future? Or is it just satisfying my immediate needs, my immediate wants, you know? So number one, it takes time. Why does it matter how long it's going to take you? Number two, remembering your why and envisioning it, right? Number three, use this team to keep you accountable. Find a success partner, you guys. You need someone that's going to keep you accountable. The same way that you guys keep your challengers accountable, or the same way that we do challenge groups and we check in with people, is the same way that we need to be doing with our business, okay? You need someone that's going to push you. You need someone that's going to tell you, hey, you know what? I understand that you're going through a rough time, but use that rough time right now to push you forward to the next level. Because people will do one of two things. Something comes up in their life and they'll use it to victimize themselves. They'll use it as an excuse. They'll use it as a crutch in their life. Or they'll be like, you know what? I've got this going on in my life, but that's only going to make me 10 times more intentional with what I do when I have the time to do my business, you guys, okay? So I've done it too. I'm not saying that I haven't. I am not perfect. I haven't done this business perfect. I haven't done this business right. I haven't done this business full force and momentum at times, and I'm done with that. Like, I know what I want. I really, really know what I want, and I see what I want to do with our team, with the challengers and everything, but I can't do this alone. I need you all who are saying, hey, this is what I want in my life, to step it up, to build your leadership, to show up every single day, to figure out, okay, where am I struggling at? What do I need to focus on? Okay, I don't know how to do this, so I'm going to YouTube it and figure out how to do this. And then I'm not just going to YouTube it and listen to it, but I'm going to take those principles and I'm going to put them into place. That way, I can actually expand and grow on my business. So that's number three. Find someone to keep you accountable. You may have to go through 2, 3, 10 success partners until you find someone who's going to push you. And then if you have a success partner that maybe is keeping you accountable, that's where maybe I or John or someone else is there to be like, listen, you know what? Cut your crap. Just go do it. So you may need someone else who's going to be like, listen, I love you and I care about you, but this is why I'm not going to listen to the crap that you're saying, because you said that you want more for your family and that you and your family deserve more. So why do you keep pushing it on the back burner? Yeah, you tell him. My son's over here going like this. He's like, I hear you, Mom. So, next, you guys, just show up one more day. Show up one more day. And so I hear this all the time, right? Let's say you're getting ready to do a power hour or whatever. You're doing something for your business. I'm going to check up on this person. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm just too tired. I'm going to wait until tomorrow. You know, okay, fine, great. Your business, you gave it 80%. So you're like, I'm going to give it 120% tomorrow, right? I'm going to give it 120 because I only gave it 80% tomorrow. Listen to yourselves for 1 second here, you guys. You only get 24 hours in a day. You don't get to add on that extra 2 hours the next day. So even though you may, hey, 1 second, baby. Even though you guys are like, you know what, I'm going to work harder on this day, which you may feel like it is, you wasted that time. You wasted the things that you could have done today because you're saying that you can do it tomorrow. When you can't. You can't give more than 100% in one day. You can't do it. So whatever you lost yesterday, whatever you lost 2 days ago, whatever you lost 3 days ago, you can't get it back. You can still be really intentional with what you did today, but imagine yourself being intentional every single day. So show up every day, you guys. Ask yourself if what you're doing today is what's going to push you to what you want for tomorrow, or ask yourself what you're doing today is going to get you closer to where you want to be tomorrow or where you want to be a year from now. And then I think I'm going to do one more thing is don't compare your journey. Don't compare your journey. You know what? I could sit here and be like, hey, sorry. 1 second, baby. I could sit here and tell you guys that, you know, Lindsay and I are a month apart from joining in this business or whatever, and she's up here making this, and I'm over here making this. But that's okay. You want to know why? Because I know that and you know what? I could sit there and pull up all these different, well, I had an amazing success story. Like, why didn't I accomplish this? Or why didn't I do this or whatever? Sorry, my son is like, 1 second here. Sorry, technical difficulties. So one thing here quickly. Lastly, I should say, I could sit here and say, well, I did this and whatever, and why am I not here and this and that. And I could sit there and focus on all of the crap that I didn't do or all of the crap why I'm not where I'm at. Or I could just suck it up and be like, hey, you know what? I'm here because of the situations, the circumstances, and the excuses that I did. And there's no reason why I can't buck it up now and go above and beyond and get past to where I want to be. So don't do it. Thinking about all of the reasons why it can't work, or thinking about all the reasons why you're here, you know, why, let's say, for instance, Veronica just started. She's rocking the business. She is. And I guarantee you she's working her flipping butt off. But some people may be looking at her and being like, well, she was fit from the start. Well, yeah, guess what? She didn't have, and she did have a transformation, but you know what? Maybe you have one that you could rock out even more. Like, you know, we can't sit here and use anything as a crutch, you guys, but you could be like, gosh, she's rocking this out every single day. Why is she doing this? Why can't I do it? Well, you can. You got to figure out what it is. And you know what? I would be going to her and being like, Veronica, you're killing it. You want to be success partners? Or, hey, Veronica, what are, like, can you give me any tools, any resources? Hey, go up to those that are doing what you want to do and make it happen. So, again, number 1, know that it takes time. Number 2, I already forgot my points here. Number 1, know that it takes time. Number 2, know your why and envision it. Number 3, show up another day. Number 4, stay consistent. Number 5, I don't even remember. You guys all know them, so it's all good. I'm going to leave it at that. I lost my train of thought when my son is sitting here trying to bite me. So I will talk to you amazing, wonderful people later, because I got power hour to get in before I got to go. Bye-bye. So we'll see ya.